Hi, my name is Becky Danso, and you are here with me today at the Lagos Continental Hotel at Roundtable with Coach Chudi 3.0. Now, this is the third edition of Roundtable with Coach Chudi, and today our host, Coach Chudi, is going to be taking us on a jolly good ride with everything property development, everything real estate, and you know we're going to have a very, very, very good time.
I want to know from him what is got up his sleeves, so that one will be harmed with knowledge and information as regard the topic.
Okay, I'm here to learn and probably unlearn. I mean, probably the stuff that I've learned I thought is right, then it might not be right. So basically here to learn and unlearn about how to move forward in the real estate development market and get certain tips to help me be a better realtor and service my clients.
So we're expecting to hear from Coach himself. Those secrets, how did we get started, and then how did we get to where he is?
Okay, thank you all so much, and I'd like to crave your indulgence as we welcome Coach Chudi to the stage. Please, I'd like us to give him a rousing round of applause.
So, for those of us that are realtors, until we can only become a proper property developer if we are serious. And it is not just about doing property development the way everybody seems to be doing so, is to do property development the right way. I've often said this, that property development is not just about selling properties. Property development is about creating a space within the property market, owning it, developing, creating something that was not there before, and bringing something spectacular to it, to that platform. So there are three tripods for every property developer to be able to stand on. One is the finance aspect. Number two is the marketing aspect. That's the marketing competence. Then number three is the system competence. That's the structure, or you call it the management competence, that will develop over time. Now, for some people, we get started with one and we leave the rest. There's something about getting it right in terms of home ownership and the financial system. If the financial system is right, the home ownership is high. So you cannot run away from funding as a property developer. Real estate development is not how we are doing it. It is because of the poor or the unhealthy financial system that we have. It makes it easier for some of us to come into that particular space, and we don't have enough capital, or maybe we cannot borrow from the bank. We don't have access to funding. So you have a dream. You have something on the inside of your head that you want to do, but you cannot do them because you don't have the capital to pursue them. So what is going to be the alternative way to raise a fund for your real estate investment? You must be in the real estate space to be able to do PropTech. And that's where you and I were all at an advantage. So we bring to you Africa's Property Investment Group. It's a platform that allows us to invest in real estate as a group or as an individual, as the case may be.
Now, right here, right now, what's going on inside? Coach Chudi is uploading a whole lot of information on us. Now, as property developers, we all face the challenge of financing and funding for our projects. And now this is a whole lot of sensitive and tactful and strategic information, and even I don't want to miss any of it, so I'm going to go back in there and get all the information so I can come back here and tell you guys all about it. So stay with me and I'll be right back with you.
Second question is regarding the two-bedroom. Is it that the two-bedroom is actually... I think, yes, it's a market that is fast moving. But is it that developers are also not developing more of that? I feel that way, rather than the fact that it's almost you just don't see it and all that kind of thing. So that's a question you might want to answer.
The two-bedroom is in between, because it serves both the high and the low. Let's say, for example, I have 3 kids. If I'm going to build a house, or probably a house, kind of house we live in is 5-bedroom and all. But guess what? There will be a time where the children will not want to come home at all. And it's just going to be only me and my wife. And there are certain beds that now will not be used. The way they left the bed is 7 months ago is probably the same way it will be. So you find out that people who have high houses or build so much, they can now transition to something lower. That dynamics is also one of the major reasons why a 2-bedroom will be maintained across board. for many people, not majorly because that is what people rather prefer, but it is always a usable development.
I've gone through the platform myself as well, so I just wanted to know, what are there checks required, to access funding, from a developer standpoint? Are there checks that, apart from the annual fee that is being paid, depending on the kind of developer you are, are there checks that are being done to confirm before you get funding?
Yeah.
Second one is, how far does the platform support developers? Can they bankroll a whole transaction for you from start to finish, or you have to have some level of equity already on ground before they can give you support? Then thirdly, maybe because I don't know how the platform works, I want to know how soon do developers get access to funds?
So there are various checks that will be conducted. I think on the platform, if you register for that, you'll be able to see the various process. If, for example, you want to undertake a particular project, there must be something that you are putting on ground. For example, if I have a JV already, I've signed a joint venture, probably maybe on my own verge of signing a joint venture project, you can start put the project on the platform, such that we already know what commitment that we need to undertake. Because you cannot be telling us after we have given you fund, they are not going to probably give maybe the owner of the property maybe 35% or 65% of the project of the whatever. So before the development will come to life, there will be that particular. So there's going to be that clarity, and that's why if you look at some of the things you're looking at on the project, you're going to have to put up certain documents.
Majorly, I've learned collaboration, and then I've learned about the fact that there are new spaces that you can get investors to invest in your development, and that space is an online space where you have investors knowing about your development or knowing about your pet project, and they can invest with you right there online. And a platform has just been launched today, Afprint, which also create that enablement or that platform for developers to come on the platform and for them to get investors to invest into their project or their development.
I enjoyed the event, the Future of Purposive Financing, hosted by Chudi. It's an eye-opener event. It's an event that should have been happening even long before now. So it's a very good one. We need to get creative about financing in the real estate space, and this is what this event addresses. I hope that both investors and developers alike can leverage on this platform and all that they will get to enjoy as time goes by.
And it's been a very wonderful session. I mean, I've learned so much, and most importantly, how we can actually advance the PropTech area, how the FinTech guys can actually do these things, but we as property developers have to really be very involved in the process, and we have to set these platforms up because our clients, our investors, to be able to do more, to be able to achieve more, we have to use the internet. The investors, the client, everyone is online, everyone is on the internet, so we have to take advantage of setting a proper platform online.
I've learned a lot today. I've learned a lot about empowerment. I've learned a lot about leadership. I've learned that you should be able to collaborate with people if you want growth, because you need teamwork to make the dream work. Without teamwork, your dream cannot work. So I would like to see more of these opportunities happen, and it is a form of youth empowerment whereby it enriches your knowledge more about real estate, more about property development, and more about technology involved in real estate.
Roundtable with Coach Chudi was exquisite. That's what I would say. I am happy to be here, for the, you see the team, the future of property finance. He talked about financing, he talked about mortgage loans, he talked about aspiring developers, moving into this real estate industry, the step-by-step procedures on what to take and what to expect in the industry.
Funding and finance of a real estate project can be achieved or done. That is what he has opened us up to today. It's actually done well, and it's really, really, really commendable that is brought out to us all from his well of knowledge, things to further harm us, that you can have to harm you into doing your real estate development quite well.
Coach Chudi found a way to find the money to finance the developments. So absolutely interesting way of funding and giving Nigerians a lot of opportunities, both developers and the other side, investors. And investment can be done in Nigeria from all over the world. So very, very interesting.
The experience today, we talked a bit about how to assess funds, what are the parameters, looking at the statistics and data, and how we can use the data to work in our favor. A lot of people want to achieve their real estate dreams. They are unable to achieve their real estate dream majorly because they don't have funding. Funding is a major critical issue, and we look at the parameters for which you can achieve all of that. Why are you not achieving it? A lot of people are, other sectors are competing for the money that real estate is supposed to be having, majorly because the real estate developers are not well positioned. So we're looking at how real estate developers can be positioned to maximize returns on their investment or to maximize proper returns in the space that they're operating in.
Guess what? We have had a whole lot of fun here at Roundtable with Coach Chudi 3.0. And we've had a whole lot of information as to how we can source and get funding for our projects as property developers. As you know, Roundtable with Coach Chudi 3.0 was powered by your very own property gang. And our host, Coach Chudi, we want to thank you so, so much. So till I come your way next time, I remain your girl, Becky Danso, signing out. Peace.